Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. How a rookie team turned a beloved manga into a masterclass in chemistry and commitment. Only halfway through its run, Top Form had already become more than just another live-action adaptation. It was a masterclass in chemistry, emotional storytelling, and creative discipline. Adapting Dai, a beloved manga with over 5 million copies sold, into a live-action BL, Boys Love, series was never going to be easy. Expectations were sky-high. But with a passionate cast, a meticulous director, and a whole lot of courage, Top Form didn't just meet the challenge, it set a new standard. Behind the stunning visuals and palpable on-screen chemistry was a team operating under intense pressure. From the outset, there was one goal: stay true to the heart of the original. "We were so anxious," Smart admitted. "We were scared of disappointing the manga's fans. And the pressure wasn't for nothing." The moment Top Form aired, it shot to #1 in Japan, beating even big-budget non-romance dramas. "We worked super hard," Boom said. "Especially during casting and the early workshops. We had to build our chemistry from the very beginning." Asked which scenes were most difficult, Smart didn't hesitate. "Honestly? Almost every single one." Boom nodded. "Yeah. Each had its own challenges." Smart added, "We were stepping into the shoes of Takadu and Huna, characters fans loved deeply. We didn't want to let them down. So we gave it everything." A huge part of that emotional depth came from their director, Bossern, nicknamed Boss. Though it was his first ever series, his reputation for being detailed and strict quickly became clear. "If something wasn't right, he'd stop us," Smart said. "Even if we thought we nailed it, if the emotion wasn't there from the start, we had to redo it." Boom echoed that. "He wouldn't let us move on unless we were in the scene, fully. He wanted raw, real, honest. Even our breathing had to feel genuine." That dedication paid off. Fans began posting side-by-side comparisons of manga panels and drama scenes, and the likeness was stunning. Every frame seemed lovingly crafted to honor the source material. From day one, the production knew they were under a microscope. In one behind-the-scenes clip, co-star Tali was heard saying, "Today's scenes are all big ones, and the script is so long." That summed up the experience. The scenes were emotionally loaded and demanded intense stamina, focus, and coordination. Even guest actor Kei, who played a director in the series, commented, "It's not a long script, but the dialogue is intense. That kind of writing is deceptively hard." Memorization was only the beginning. Delivering those lines with precision and emotional clarity required next-level preparation. "We didn't just show up and read lines," Smart explained. "Every scene was rehearsed at least 3 times before filming. It wasn't about memorizing, it was about becoming the characters." He added, "I workshopped a lot with Boom. This was already the 3rd time we'd rehearsed the same script. And each time I read it, I pictured his face." By the time cameras rolled, Smart and Boom weren't just acting, they were living their roles. One of the most talked about scenes, the infamous honey scene, was also one of the most demanding. "The director told us to be brave and trust our instincts," Boom said. But it wasn't just about chemistry. It took hours of prep, coordination, and safety planning. Filming the honey scene took over 7 hours. Multiple takes were required to get it just right. "We probably showered 3 or 4 times that day," Smart laughed. "Did they shower together?" a fan once asked in jest. Smart grinned. "Well, honestly, yeah. We didn't have much choice. We were on a time crunch and the honey was so sticky." Boom added, "Sometimes the director would say, 'It's not beautiful yet. Let's go again.' And so, we'd go again." What helped the actors feel safe and confident was the respectful way the set was managed. The crew enforced a strict zone blocking system. Green stickers meant you could be on set, yellow and orange meant monitor-only access, and red meant no access at all. Even the lighting crew had to leave once they were done, Boom explained. "It gave us courage. It felt like a protected space." It was Boss's first NC, non-consensual or explicit intimacy, scene as a director, and he approached it with serious intent. We wanted our safety and comfort to meet global standards, Smart said. Everything was discussed beforehand, every move, every gesture was choreographed. Some viewers asked if the scene had been improvised. Not quite. There's freedom in the moment, Smart shared, but it's all pre-planned. We agree on the choreography, the pace, the emotional tone, so we can trust each other and just let go. Boom nodded. It might look spontaneous, but it's built on layers of consent, communication, and preparation. And when it came time to review the final cut? We only saw it when everyone else did, Smart said. The director wouldn't let us see the playback. We just had to trust the process. One unique challenge in Top Form was that Smart and Boom didn't just play romantic leads, they played actors playing characters in a Chinese historical drama within the series. To make it authentic, the production team flew to China to film on actual historical drama sets. It wasn't glamorous. They only used natural light, Boom said. So we could only film during daylight. And it was cold. Like, really cold. Temperatures dropped to 10 or 11 degrees Celsius, and the actors wore thin traditional layers. I even lost my jacket at some point, Smart recalled with a laugh. I had to film a rooftop scene in just a thin long sleeve. I was shaking so hard my teeth were chattering. Boom added, yeah, we'd shoot, then run to put our jackets on. Off and on, off and on. It was freezing. But we had to rush too. We had just 10 hours to shoot 20 scenes. The language barrier made things even harder. Our crew spoke only Chinese, Smart said. I could barely say anything except my character's name. I ended up using sign language most of the time. For Boom, one of the hardest moments wasn't physical, it was emotional. In episode 5, Akin breaks down. It's a scene full of unspoken pain, frustration, disappointment, vulnerability, all without a single tear. It was the hardest scene in the series, Boom said. I had to show everything without actually showing anything. Smart nodded. We felt so connected in that scene. It really landed. At the premiere, Boom admitted he cried watching that very moment. I tried to hide it, he said. But Smart noticed. He didn't say anything, just handed me a tissue. That small gesture stayed with him. It meant so much, Smart later said. Seeing him cry like that, it showed how real it all was. We gave it everything. Even after the series aired, Boom said he couldn't rewatch that scene without tearing up again. The performance didn't just move the audience, it moved the actors too. Which says everything about the heart behind Top Form. Though it was Bossern's first ever drama series, the production didn't take it easy on him. Adapting Dai meant nailing iconic scenes, mapping out deep emotional arcs, and creating a story that could hold its weight over 11 full episodes. Boss, who had previously only directed commercials and music videos, had to switch gears quickly. Long-form storytelling meant slow-burn chemistry, vulnerable performances, and consistent visual language. And Boss, ever the perfectionist, refused to settle for good enough. He wouldn't let a scene go until it was exactly how he wanted, Boom said. Every shot had to serve the story. Every frame had to honor the fans. And somehow, under all that pressure, Boss didn't just survive, he thrived. With Top Form, he helped redefine what a BL adaptation could be, emotionally honest, visually stunning, and deeply, undeniably real.